All right, I'd like to welcome you all to our live instructional webinar designed to support the school annual online yearbook program. Our goal today will be to introduce participants to the functions of the yearbook program, uh, specifically associated with the beginning stages of the yearbook creation. Specifically, we will be reviewing logging into the program, familiarization with the welcome screen and page ladder, the font section, creating an image, share account, transferring materials from a previous year to a current yearbook, and leading into the next installment, the importance of sending us your portrait pictures from your photographer. This webinar should last about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we have the login screen. So to get to the login screen, here we have the main page right here. To get to the login screen, here in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the word login. So we can go ahead and click that. And then here you'll see the login screen. First thing you want to do is make sure it says 2025. Enter your job number, followed by your username, and then your password. If you need to see your password, because as you type it, it's little dots, just all you have to do is click this little spot right here, and you'll see an I. And then as you type your password, you will see that it will be like letters and numbers, and you'll actually get to see that. Once you type everything in, click on Let's Go, and it will take you to our home screen right here. So here on the home screen, you will see different tabs right here, different modules. So first one you'll see is the due date countdown. This is roughly how many days you have until your book is due. So it's just something to keep your eye on. Next, right here, you'll see total pages. For me, I have 60 total pages. You may have a different number. You'll see this ring right here, and it may have different colors as you go along. The red is not started. These are pages that currently don't have anything on them whatsoever. Next one is yellow is in progress. These are pages that have either had something on them, have something on them, or have uh, been in use in some form. Next is green. That is completed. These are pages that have been 100% completed and they have been marked as next is black is submitted. These are pages that have been turned into us and you're telling us they're ready to be printed. Next is the upcoming events. Right here is we'll tell you things like when your cover's due, when deposits or CD, your portraits are due in, or round about the date. If you want, you can click on here and you can actually add by clicking this little plus sign right here. You can actually add different events or different things to kind of help remind you to get things done at a certain time. The top three that you will see on the home screen are the three that are coming up here pretty soon. Right, and then next is images. This will tell you like how many images are in your account currently. So now that we got that done with the home page, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about adding staff. Some of you may have students that are helping you, other parents, other PTO members that are helping you. So to add staff, all you have to do is come to plan, and then staff, and then to add a staff member, all you have to do is come up here to the upper right hand side and you will see add staff. We're going to click that. Then just add the first name, last name, username. The username can be like their first name, first initial, last name, or just their first name or just their last name, whatever you want to use, whatever they want to use, whatever's just simple and easy to remember for any one of the staff. Next is the password. It is a 10-digit number with a capital letter and a number. Email is optional. That's just if you need to email your staff members or email anybody. That's completely optional for you. The role, just click on here. There's a little drop down menu, select staff, and then just click on save. When you click on save, you'll see their staff role is right here. For any reason you need to edit anything, all you have to do is, or like change a name, or let's say you look at and you missed a letter in a student's name, you need to get it spelled right. So just click on edit, and then here you can change the first name, last name. You can also reset their password right here. And then once you're done, you just click on save. For any reason that the staff member or someone helping you is stepping away for a while, and just to protect their account, you can click on active and it will move it to inactive. While it's inactive, they cannot log in. So this is just something, just if they're going to be gone for a while, you want to protect their account or just prevent anyone from using their credentials to log in, you can do that. For any reason you need to look at the activity or what's been done in the book lately, all you have to do is click on view activity. And then this right here will tell you everything, roughly everything that's been done in the book. It will give you the username, the first name, last name, and the role right here, as well as the date and time that anything's been done. All right. So next, let's look at the page ladder. So for the page ladder, we're going to click on Plan, and then Page Ladder. Then right here is the page ladder. So let's go ahead and look at some certain things on here. First thing, we're going to look at the key right here, the color key. So right underneath each one of these pages, you're going to see that it's red. If we scroll all the way down here to the bottom, you'll see some of these are in yellow. So red is not started. These are pages that have nothing on them. Nothing's been done to them. They haven't been used. Nothing's been saved on these pages. The keyword is nothing's been saved on these pages. Yellow is in progress. So these are pages that have been saved or have something on them, and it was saved. And I'm saying that because you probably are looking at these and thinking, well, there is something on these pages, but I'll explain what this is here in a minute. Now, next is your sections and topics. So a way to kind of sort your book out and kind of plan out how you want to lay your book out. First is sections. So right here is sections. So you could have like a staff section to write that in there. All you have to do is start typing in this little box here. And then all you have to do is hit enter on your keyboard or this little plus sign right here. So most yearbooks or most schools have only so many pages dedicated to like the staff or dedicated to each school or to each grade or to each like a field trip or assembly or stuff like that. So what this does is help you keep track of how many pages you've already dedicated to that. So here, this little teal, you'll see is 0. So if I click and hold this and then drag it over to page 2, you'll see a teal border all the way around it. That lets you know that it is highlighted. If I move it to the middle, you'll see both of them are highlighted. And as soon as I let go, right up here in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see staff and staff. Over here to the left, it did say 0 and now it says 2. So it'll let you know that at least 2 pages are marked staff. And then for any reason you need to delete that, all you have to do is come up here to this little edit key right here, this little pin. You click on that. Click on the trash can. You may get a pop-up right here. It says, do you want to remove tag? That's only because you've used the tag on the page. And then you can just click delete, and then that tag is gone. Now, I'm going to do this here real quick. Next, we're going to move on to topics. So topics could be anywhere from like candidates, first day of school, things like that. So if we had, so we're going to do fifth grade. I'm going to put fifth grade on both of these pictures right here. Come over here to topic. And so you can write out your own topic, like, so I could write out my own thing like portraits, or I could get these suggestions right here. I could just scroll down and select one, click on the plus sign right here and add it, or I could come over here to smart topic. In smart topic here, let's see, I have the fall, so I may have like a fall dance, or I could come over here to like to portraits, and I can do fifth grade candidates. And then as I'm clicking these, if I come back to smart topics, these are being populated right here. As I click on one of these, it's populating right here. And so then I can click on one, say like fifth grade portraits. I can put that on the page right here. I come over to fifth grade candidates. I can put that on the page. Oh, that's because that's. Let's see. I could do like fifth grade candidates. So I can come over here and do fifth grade candidates here. I could do fall dance over here. So this right here can say, so the sections, I could have 4 pages for fifth grade. So in those 4 pages, I could break it down even further with topics and say, okay, this page, these 2 pages are going to be portraits. This 1 page is going to be for candidates. This 1 page is going to be for, a fall thing or whatever. Right. Then, so next we're going to look at staff and how to add staff. So adding staff, very simple. All you do is click and hold, drag your staff position over here, let go, and then that staff person is right here. Once you're done with assigning staff and you have spots left over, if you don't want the staff member uh, to mess with those pages or to get onto those pages and start working on them, I highly advise that you select yourself as the advisor, select yourself, and assign yourself those pages. Because once somebody's assigned a page, no one else can work on them. So if you assign yourself a page, staff members can't work on those pages. All right, next we're going to look at this little button right here. This one right here is the start with last year. So if we want the templates or we want what was on the pages last year over to this year, what we can do is minus custom backgrounds, custom uh, clip art, or any of the images. So this just brings over the boxes that were used. So what we can do is we can click on start with last year. Here you can say we want the pages, the sections, topics. So if we don't want the sections and topics last year because we're going to reorganize how the book is set up, so we don't need this, we just want the page layouts, you can uncheck this if you want. Once you have everything set up right here, just click on continue. You'll get this little pop-up right here that says you cannot undo this action. It just means there's no undo button. You can still go onto the pages and take everything off of there, but there's just no undo button. So then we're going to click continue. And there we go. We have everything that was on last year's pages brought over to this year. And so you can go in and get started. This really helps you to get started. This will help you, like if everything's right there, then all you have to do is go in, either remove it or just reorganize it a little bit. At least it helps you put you ahead a little bit when you get your started on your book. So right here we have um, some of the stuff on here on the toolbar right here. This select all. This will select all your pages. So if you want to print some of these pages right here, or you want to put them in a PDF and send them to somebody for approval, or send them and let them know what it looks like, you can do select all. You can just a minute. So yeah, so you can select them all. Then here, print selected. If you just need just a few pages, you can click that one, and let's say 8 and 9. Then you can come over here and print selected. If you need to print everything, you can print all or just print the page ladder. So we click on print page ladder. That's what it will do right there. You'll just print your page ladder. So you can make little notes to the side in like in a yearbook meeting. If you do print all, what this will do is it will start to generate a PDF right here in the upper right hand corner. It'll start to generate a PDF of your whole entire book. Uh, then for our SA customers, once you've put in for your cover or a custom cover or a standard cover, whatever it may be, you can find that right here under status, then cover. And then right here, you can see where your cover is, especially if it's a custom one. If it's a custom one, you'll have a section right here that says approved, not approved, and then their comments. If you ever need more additional help, you can either contact myself, or you can go over to help and then help again. And right here, we have video tutorials, getting started information, online features, troubleshooting. So right here, you can see that just different information, um, like portrait flow options, and then it will have a video of it. Um, things on like dope photos, stuff like this. So some of that stuff we'll get into in the next webinar, but just helpful information right here. All right, let's talk about transferring materials from last year to this year. So in your yearbook last year, so you go back to create and then go back to your image library. So here, let's say we want a folder from last year and we want to move it over to next year because it has some images in it that we're going to need. So we can click on the folder. We can come up here to this little button that says 2025. That's our current year. Click on this and you'll see a little icon on the folder, a little arrow pointing over. So that way you know it's been moved over. Once you have the files that you want moved over, we're going to come back to our other book. We're going to go to Create, Image Library. We're going to go to Inbox. We're going to click the little arrow right here. We're going to see the subfolders underneath here. We're going to come down to My 2024 Images. Click the little arrow right here so we can see the subfolders. And then here's where that little folder is going to be. So from here, if there's a folder of like a teacher that uses the same photo every single year, we can click and hold that image. Oh, first we need to expand our portraits. So we can click and hold that image right here, and then we can click and hold, and then we can move it to the folder it needs to be in. Let go. It will say, do you want to copy this image over to this folder? Click on copy. And then as soon as we go over to this folder, you'll see that image is right there. So next we're going to talk about fonts. So we're going to click on plan and then fonts. All right, so here in fonts, there are two fonts right here, Foundation Romans and Foundation Sans. These are the two fonts that you should never ever shut off. The reason is your styles are created, click on edit. Your styles are created using those fonts right here. So font style is AYT Foundation Sans. If we were to shut off those two fonts, when you go to your pages, all the fonts right here, like body copy, caption, headline, subheadline, tagline, all of these would be gone. So there's nothing for you to drag over uh, to create a text box. So that's why those two fonts are very important. So here in the fonts, if you want to, you can go through and click on like AYT Abyss and take a look at that font. If it's something that you like, you can click right here under Yearbook, click this inactive to make it active. Then as soon as you do, you will see AYT Abyss is up here. That's because active fonts will move in alphabetical order to the top of the page. Inactive fonts will move to the bottom in alphabetical order. So as soon as I inactivate this, you will see that it moves back in alphabetical order to the bottom of the page. That's very important because we have a lot that will get down here into towards like the middle of the fonts, and they're looking for some fonts, and they'll find one to say like, hey, I like that one. Then they'll click it, and they don't realize that it went up to the top of the page. So they're clicking it again and wondering why isn't that font activating. So by the time you go up to the top of the page, well, here you go. That's why, because they're all moving right here, and you just activated a bunch of fonts. Typically, we suggest maybe 10 to 15 fonts is probably the most you need to activate. Any more than that, it's probably a little much. Also, the more you activate, the longer it takes for this page in particular to load. So usually 10 to 15 fonts is plenty. If you want to make a style, say there's a particular font you want to use for all the teacher names, and just to make your life easier for yourself, you can make a style using that font. You can actually click on style, add style, give it a name, and we can go teacher name. So that way you know that particular style is used for teachers. Give it a category. We're just call it headline. We're just going to give it any one of these fonts that we selected. Font size, well, let's just make it a 20 so that way it's nice and big. So if you ever want to know the category for like headline, subheadline, right here is a picture. So headline will be this top one, then subheadline, then all the way down to tagline. So once you're done, just click on save, and then right here you will see the name of the style right here. So teacher name will be right here. So that way when we go to our page, we click on text. So here's teacher name right here. We put it on the page, you will see it's already set up and ready to go. Okay, so next we're going to talk about something new this year, and it's photo share. So here we have photo share. To get to that, you just go plan and then photo share. So right here, we're just going to scroll down to the main part right here. So first is the content and preferences, and we're going to talk about school life. School life is where all your candid photos are going to go to. This is for like activities, events, clubs, sports, field trips, assemblies, whatever random event you may have at your school. This is where all the information is going to go. To set an end date, all you have to do is click on this little calendar. We suggest at least 2 weeks before the book is due. This gives you a chance to go through all the images, gives you a chance to filter through, and also gives you a little bit of buffer. So if you need more photos, you can always open it back up and set it for a little new end date and open it up back up for a little bit to set more photos. And then all you have to do is either use the up and down arrows and then click on a date, or you can click on this little like April 25, and then it will drop down to a month. And then you can select the month, like you want May and then 12th. Right. There is a toggle right here as well. If you see teal, it's toggled active. If you don't see teal, then it's inactive. Next is photo guidelines. Now, right here is where you as the advisor, get to dictate kind of what you're looking for. So, something simple as the yearbook has the final uh, say in what's in there. You have the final, like, nope, that's not going to be used, or yes, that's going to be used. You can also say that you only want photos from the following field trips. Or if you're going to submit field trip photos, please make sure you include as many students as possible, as we would like to feature as many students on that field trip as possible. You can put rules that say that, hey, no photos with filters on them, no screenshots, no watermarked photos or anything like that. So this is just a way for you, the advisor, to let the parents know kind of what you're looking for, or let them know like what they can and can't send in. And we'll talk more about this part right here in a little bit, because I'll actually show you how to upload a photo. All right, so we're gonna one more right here is portraits. So if your school allows for like portraits, or especially like high school, you can do like glamour shots and stuff like that. You can also open this up for baby photos, because it goes into a separate folder. So if you want parents to submit baby photos, they can submit baby photos this way as well. To activate your site, it's very easy. All you have to do is come over here to your photo share website is not active, so we want to publish it. Click this little teal button that says publish site. Give it a second. And the site is now published. It's ready to go. This URL right here, all we have to do is click it, and it's shared site copied. So it's already copied. So all I have to do is go to a new tab, right click, and then paste. And that link is ready to go. The link never changes. So if you unpublish your site and republish it later, it'll be the same link. The QR code never changes. If you unpublish your site and republish it later, your QR code stays the same. You can actually download your QR code and put it into any publication. So anything you need it to go to, like order your yearbook, or hey, send us your images, or you can put it like on a Facebook post or any kind of school post, and all you have to do is just click on download right there. For any reason you need to stop publishing your site, all you do is click on this little arrow right here. You can see when your website is published and unpublished. It will have a time and a date. Scroll all the way down, and then you will see this red unpublish your site. Just give that a click. Click on yes, and then your site is now turned off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on. All right, there we go. So let's talk about how to send photos our way, or to your photo share. So I'm going to close that, and all right, so there we go. So here it will have like your school name and all that right here. This is my demo site, so that's why it says Sunrise Demo right here. To send a photo, all you have to do is select who you are, and then enter your name, or have the parent enter their name. Then they'll have to enter their email address. That's because it sends a verification code to make sure that it is a real address and a proper address. So we're going to click on continue to verify. Then you'll get this little pop-up right here. It says enter the verification code that was sent to your email address. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let me follow that. So you're setting your workspaces here. So this is setting it to the. All right. So once we do that, we just click on verify. And then school life was the one we had selected, so it's popped up right here. It will tell them like photos from activities, events, clubs, and all that. It'll tell them how many days they have left and the closure date right here. They can click on share photos. Now, those guidelines that we talked about earlier in that box, you take as the advisor what you want, what you don't want. So right here is where that will pop up. Here we go. So this is where it will pop up, and they have to read it and acknowledge it. So if parents say, "Well, I didn't know," it pops up right here. They have to acknowledge it before they send it any photos. Here you'll get a dotted line that you can drag and drop images in, or you can click on choose images. So we're going to click on choose images, and you'll get a file explorer popping up. And then we're going to find the photo we want to send, and we're going to click and hold, drag that image in there. Then you'll get the option to fast tag. You can fast tag, or you can click on no thanks, and it'll just the photo will be right there. So we're going to click on fast tag because I want to show you what that looks like. So you can fast tag. So if this is a candid image, an image with a lot of students in it, you can start naming the students. So you can say like, oh, that's my student from first grade. Let's see. That other person right there is from that other person from the second grade. Then as you type, you just hit add, and it will add the tag right here. So highly encourage the parents, the guardians, or whoever is sending in photos, highly encourage them to tag the images, because this will help you as the advisor know who these students are, what grade they're in, especially here at the topics right here. They can collect, it was field day. So that way it lets you know what subject or what field trip or what assembly or whatever it was that was going on. It will help you. So again, I would highly encourage you, whoever's sending photos in, to make sure they tag them. Once that's done, hit done. Here you will see that 2 people have been tagged, 1 topic has been selected. Then they just click on submit. There will get your photos are on the way, and they'll get a confirmation email letting them know that those photos are there. If they want to send more photos, all they have to do is click on send photos, and they can start sharing more photos. Right. And now, those photos, we'll talk about where you can locate those photos. So if you click on create in image library, go to inbox, you'll see photo share. Click on the little arrow next to photo share. Here you'll see school life. We're going to click on that. And then you will see the photos that we have been sent in through the photo share site. We can click on the image details, click on details. Here you'll see suggested tags, and these will be all the tags, including the topic right here. Source information, if you click on that, it will tell you where that photo came from. Here it came from PhotoShare. The contributor was this person. is a faculty member, and then here is their email address in case you have to email them and say, hey, that photo's not going to work, or that photo was too small, or whatever you need to. At least you have contact information right there. All right. And then lastly, your portrait CDs. As you get your portraits taken, if you're with JPICs, those photos will be sent over to our upload team to be uploaded. If you're with a independent photographer, you can have those sent in to us and we can upload those to you. So that way they're underneath your portraits right here in either under the teacher folder, graded by grade, by classroom number, whatever you want to upload it as. They'll also be tagged with the student name. So when we talk about flowing images in the next one, we talk about portraits. It will greatly help because that way the portraits and names can be flown onto the pages. It will show you how to set that up and do that in the next webinar. All right. So at this point, we'll go ahead and open it up to any questions you may have. So you can either type it in the chat or you can take yourself off of mute and ask any questions.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think it's just me and you.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say this was helpful. And I'm a first time yearbook. Well, I'm a yearbook chair as part of the PTA, and so I'm a parent of one of our students at the school, and we have a couple of teachers on our committee. So I'm new to it and trying to learn how the product works, but I like it. It's nice, and the
Oh, that's
training
good.
was good. And it's recorded. So I was like a few minutes late. Did you say would you email that recording or is it going to be posted somewhere?
Yeah, I'll email you a link, a YouTube link,
Okay.
and like I said, we
Okay.
have our YouTube right here with every
Okay.
like little like right here is the last getting started. We also
Got
have
you.
tech shorts right here is like just adding staff or missing persons or page
Nice.
mover, saving a template,
Okay.
just little tiny things. And then we have webisodes where we take one section and we kind of expand on it and provide more information about it. So the
Okay.
webisodes are a little bit longer, but our tech shorts are usually about a minute to 2 minutes.
Got you. Okay, that'll be helpful. And
Yep.
our yearbook is a little is unique, I would say, because it's two schools. It's a combined yearbook.
Yep.
One elementary school is from pre-K to second grade, and then the other one that we share it with is from third through fifth. So I got to figure out how to make that work. We've been doing a yearbook for years, so I do have the samples from previous years too, when we had a teacher doing it. But yeah, I'm excited to work in it. So.
All righty.
That's all. Yeah,
Yeah. So if
let
you
me
have
see. Did I have
questions,
one
you
more?
can
Oh,
always,
you
uh,
mentioned. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I was just to say that if you have any questions, you can always email or call in and we can help you
Okay.
out. So,
Okay. So I did have one more question. You had mentioned being able to get the photos from the students like automatically uploaded, when they
yes.
take school pictures. Um, how do we know if our company like shares them with you all? I don't know how that works.
I would ask them that day on picture day, like, do you automatically send them in or do you send them in to me to be sent in? Um, so get clarification on
Okay.
that.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's all I
Hey, no
have.
problem. All right. I'll read this quick little outro here and then we'll close it up for the
Okay,
night
sounds
here.
good.
All right. So I want to thank you for joining us today, hopefully by showing you examples of the areas of the login screen, welcome page, page ladder, fonts, image share, creating your book will look less of a challenge, and you can avoid some of the pitfalls in accompanying any computer software. Transfer materials from last year's site and sending us your portrait CDs will help pay off in the time saving. Feel free to join us next time uh, in working with portraits. We'll talk about portrait flow, and building some of the class pages. So hopefully we'll see you then. Uh,